Oh, hi, hello there, everyone. It is KingKraft guy again, but you can just call me Uni. It's been a while. Now, disclaimer here: I'm actually recording this audio after I recorded this video, mostly because Fraps is doing some weird, crazy stuff, and I don't want to deal with fixing it right now. I've already spent like an hour, but yes, as you can see, this is what I've worked on the KingKraft server for the past year and a half that I haven't been recording. So I'll give you a little tour as a little thank you for the over 1,000 subscribers that are not getting any content at all. Um, but I'll explain my reasoning why I haven't made videos. Um, First of all, just want to say this house. This is my main base, pretty much. I call it the Antler Islands, and you'll see a lot of stuff around here. I'll explain a few things as we go along, but for right now, I'll just go ahead and walk around and also explain why I haven't been making videos. So, I started, or I stopped making videos around a year and a half ago, I'd say, back when I first started college. And the reason why was because I thought I wouldn't have enough time, or it seemed like I didn't have enough time. I also lost interest in recording videos and editing them. And oh, there's the map. That's my islands. But what really stopped me was the fact that I just lost interest uh, uh, overall. And some of you might have seen the video where I addressed this in like a 30-second real life video of me drinking soda for some reason. And that wasn't really much of a good explanation. But during that whole time, I have still been playing on the KingKraft server here. As you can tell, oh, this is a parkour place that I built for people to play on, and it was quite extensive. It took quite a while. But anyways, back to not recording. I also had an issue with my computer during the year and a half. I believe, hard drive got corrupted, so I had to reinstall Windows and do a bunch of stuff. And that is possibly one of the reasons why I cannot record audio in Fraps right now. That's why I'm recording this on a separate thing and not doing these at the same time. So I'm just kind of watching myself walk around here. This is actually the hardest route there, and these are the people that have completed it. There you go. Good job, guys, including me. I don't want to make something and not complete it, of course. But yeah, back to not recording. My computer busted itself for reasons. I'll just say reasons. And it was not fun. Had to fix a lot of things. And hopefully I'll fix this audio thing, because who knows? I might actually come back. And that's another segue I want to talk about right now, or I want to segue into talking about coming back to making videos. I feel it's a good time. I just finished my fourth semester in college. Not fourth year, but semester. We do biannual semesters. And I just wanted to address the fact that I may be coming back for the next season, because the KingKraft server is resetting 1 week from when I upload this video, or a little bit sooner. And if I can fix Fraps recording at that point, I might actually start making videos again, which will be great. And I'm sure you guys might actually like that. But one of the reasons I got back into, or got the idea to start again, is because I've been watching a lot of BOO and Good Times with Scar. Those guys are amazing, and especially Good Times with Scar. And I just realized as I was watching him, if someone with that big of a disability can play Minecraft, then I've got no excuse. Although he can just sit around all day in his wheelchair, but of course I have the ability to do physical activities that he doesn't. So he gets a lot more time. I could have that same time, but I've also got school. But he was just a big inspiration to me because his trees were insane. And I know he's been talking about starting some tutorials on his trees. And that's why you'll see these trees right here are actually one of my own design. And yeah, there was a forest fire. Big topic of discussion for turning fire spread on or off on this server. But anyways, the trees that were back there, I actually designed those myself. They're aspen trees, specifically. And I have the idea of actually making some videos on how to build some of the trees I've designed. And I'll point some of them out. Here's another one. This one, I'm not sure what it is. I want to say an alder tree or something along those lines. I don't know. But on a list that I have, I think I've perfected a design for a bristlecone pine tree, a bonsai tree, eucalyptus tree, aspen tree, and maybe that little alder tree you saw down there. And those are things that I did not take from Scar, but Scar inspired me to actually make them. So I won't be completely ripping them off, but I do want to share those designs with you guys. So I think I'll be making tutorials on how to build some of those trees, and maybe some more that I might develop over the next few months. And we'll see where that goes from there. I was hopeful that Scar would actually start a tree building tutorial series himself, because the trees that are actually, little side note, someone built their base there, no idea who it was, they never finished it. But yeah, those trees, I'm walking by them right now, are some of his, what he calls a spindly pine tree. And I really like them. I watched his videos and saw how he made those. So I copied them onto my little antler islands here. So these are the trees that are not my own, but I just love them. They're amazing. Although there is a part of this map that I kind of experimented with my own trees. I'm not going to be going there just yet. I'm just going to be giving you kind of an overlook of the base in general. These are some aesthetic rocks that I really like. They're like little jumpy rocks you can just kind of cliff jump off of. They're just for looks. Those are the trees, the eucalyptus trees, and I'll show you those in a second. But I believe I'm going to actually show you one of the first things I built within the first 2 weeks of this season starting, and that was my underwater terrarium. And for some reason, mobs do not last very long down here. They despawn for some weird reason, even when you name them Jeb underscore. Who knows why. But anyways, back to the point. I got a lot of inspiration from a lot of YouTubers, and I feel like it might be time for me to get back in the game here, since I have 1,000 of you just kind of sitting around, not doing anything. But for the rest of this video, I'll just explain what I'm doing. This is where we started off. This is my first house on the server on this season. I don't remember which season it was, but I'll just say it was 3, I think, because I think we're starting 4 in about a week, so we'll see. Down here is the infamous cow farm. This thing caused so many issues. Oh my goodness. And let's just say there was a lot of problems with entities and whatnot. And there is some stuff that I worked on these past few months, because we were on this server for quite a long time. I like this little design, by the way. I'll be using that later. We were on this server for over a year and maybe a few months. So this work spanned that whole time. There's a little reference to one of my favorite podcasts. Not for children, by the way. It's got quite a bit of foul language, but that's okay. If you're of the ability to handle that kind of stuff, then I'd recommend it. Boys Only Club podcast. One of my favorites. Anyways, this is a kind of rip-off of when I was watching KingKraft and BOO was in his little area. Those little tiny trees are just kind of shrubs. There's Elf. He joined the server. Good old Elf. I don't know if you guys remember him. There's a lot of ores in this place. It's a little rock shop I built. Just a little free sample thing. People could come in and take 3 items out of the chest daily. And I think one person took, one person took stuff out of that chest. Not really used that much, kind of built about a month ago. So the server activity is not really that much. This is my wheat field. Okay, this is my path up to here. And over here is the mini shopping district where people kind of sell stuff, not for diamonds, but for other things. Here's a little tiny house that I'm planning on actually starting off on in the next season, maybe. If not, then I'll do something else, but there's also a tiny little bathroom here. And one of my life lessons right there from my dad. And some poop. So yeah. And if I go up here, because I know I'm going to do it, I recorded this not too long ago. There's a bed. You can actually use it. It's pretty sweet. Some views, and the stinking rain is going to ruin some of the recording, but that's okay. This is not going to be a formal video anyways. It's just kind of me talking about stuff. And this is a idea I got from Kraft's massive volcano biome he built on season 4 of KingKraft, I believe. And I built it, but I did it kind of inverted, because KraftFan used obsidian for the majority of it, but I used coal blocks, which actually takes a lot more effort than you would realize. And it took a couple of weeks actually to finish this up. But the idea was to make it look like something that I like to visit in real life, called Craters of the Moon. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. It's pretty sweet. I think it's in Idaho or somewhere around there in the United States. But now I'm going to head over to another portion. Okay, so I restarted the recording. A little abrupt, but that's okay. Here's some fishies. There's this little entrance towards my eucalyptus forest that I built. And this thing is one of my favorites because I love eucalyptus trees. They smell very good in real life. Some people may not agree with that. That little red thing is a game that I think either Leo or someone else built. And the forest I made here has a lot of path blocks, a lot of eucalyptus trees. There's an easy way to build these, and if I do make videos and tutorials on how to do it, I'll show you. And then the little shrubberies on the bottom with the little slight indent above the path block looks really cool to me. Down here, I made a little cave, kind of a coal miner's cave. It's just for aesthetics, really. It kind of functions, I guess. It brings you from my base to spawn if you're going from the direction of that area. I'll head back through here and show you where that is. Right about here, yeah, these little islands that you just hop off. And down here is a massive little pit that I kind of just built, kind of just for fun. I was bored, so I dug it out, and it has no purpose really at all. It's just there. I just wanted something to do one day, and I believe the next thing I'm going to go to is back to my base to show off a little bit more stuff. Okay, well, I reset the recording. That's a good thing. Always nice. I'll just show you around spawn here a little bit without rain. Here's a little entrance to my islands. It's pretty sweet. Over here we have some bridges. We have a couple of trees, custom trees. I believe Leo designed those. I'm not sure what he calls them. And if any of you from the KingKraft server are watching, please comment and let me know if I get any of these things wrong, because it's been a while and no one labels their stuff really. That's a game over there with a giant cookie above it. Kind of a spin-off of the Hermitron thing in KingKraft. It was pretty fun. And I'll probably bring it back in the next season we do. But this is the Hall of Kings, and this was a massive project that everyone came together to build. I sort of helped a little bit. I dug out a tiny bit. And I at least built my statue. There are some people in here who just didn't bother to build statues. I'm not going to name off any names, but The people who did, you did a good job, guys. They're pretty sweet. Oh, there's me. Hello. And we'll just head back up this staircase here. Take a couple more looks at the massiveness of this. It's pretty sweet. This is probably one of my favorite places on the server overall. Really like it. As for the next season, we are adding quite a few people on. I don't know most of their names yet off the top of my head, but as we converse and hang out the few weeks that we start the next season, I'll be sure to know who they are and get to know them very well, hopefully. Over here, I have a design for a Japanese garden, including a prototype for my bonsai trees. And those will also have their own tutorial video if I make one. There's an idea I had where I'm gonna, instead of use sand, use white concrete powder right there where I just pointed, but we'll get back to that later once we reset. Now you'll notice as I go through this portal, listen carefully, you might have noticed there's a bit of static, maybe not because this is low sounds. I turned it really low, and that's Fraps being idiotic and slow, stupid. I don't know why. It doesn't follow the audio very well if you turn up the audio too much. So something's going on with that. There's like some static, but I'll hopefully fix that soon. I'm currently walking around our nether hub. This is a copy of the floor plan for the Natural History Museum, and I believe BK said that that was it, or Burrito King. And I forget who built it completely, because I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. But if I find my little exhibit, as we call them, in a second, I believe it's around this corner here, you'll see I made a little Hell Froze Over exhibit where I just made a massive thing, and this leads to a ice spikes biome down there. And here's my ender chest. I'll open it here for you guys. You can see not much, a lot of fireworks though. Elytra Flight is very fun. And here's another one of my little bonsai trees. I just wanted to put it in for aesthetics. But now I guess I'm just gonna head out of the nether hub here pretty soon. As for those golden carrots, those are pretty much my life source on the server, and probably will be next season if someone makes a gold farm like Lord Zach. He was the one who was in charge of that. It sells them for pretty cheap too, 3 emeralds for a stack. It was a steal. Super good. But anyways, now we're back out of here. I think I'm heading over to the enchantment table, which is something I kind of dug down. It used to be just sitting on the surface, had no real special place. So I built this little thing here, and I think someone built that tree right there above it. But that's pretty much it. I'll just head back to my little main island here and show you a cool little entrance that I made using the elytra. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I will fix Fraps, get this going. Here's me jumping into my little entrance. I love it so much. Saves so much time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I will have some videos in the future. And this is Unique Crafting Guy jogging it out. I will see you next time.